Hey guys, it's Red with Urbanite Reflections. Thank you for stopping by my channel, and I have a new video. This one is a really good feel-good story about the first black politician elected in Russia. It's a few years old, but I thought, hey, I'm in a good mood tonight. Let's look at something nice and really makes you feel good, right? So if you're wondering why I'm wearing shades, it's not because I'm trying to look cool, even though I am very cool. It's because I've been having some issues with my eyes and lighting. So don't think I'm just sitting here trying to be cool. I'm not. It's for a reason. I don't have my, I'm not wearing my regular glasses that I normally wear. So just bear with me as we try to get through this period where I'm having a few issues with my eyes. So anyway, let's see what happens. Let's find out about this first black politician elected in Russia. Let's see. Los Angeles Times.
Armand Simmons for the Los Angeles Times. It's no secret that many Africans living in Russia often face hostility. So when I heard about Jean Sagbo, a West African from Benin, who had made history becoming the first black person ever to be elected to political office in Russia, I was anxious to meet him. 4 years ago, Sagbo beat 5 other candidates to become a councilman for the small rural community of Novozavidovsky.
Nice.
That's around 65 miles north of Moscow. He's now into the final months of his 5-year term, and I wanted to find out what his experience has been like. So we sat down for a chat over tea and cake in his office inside the town's somewhat run-down administration building. Sagbo told me that when he first arrived in Russia in the early 1980s, people used to stare and point at him, and sometimes they were verbally abusive.
Well, that ain't good.
Today, he says that's changed.
Отношение к русским, как африканцам, это более положительно, чем негатив.
Fair to say, the attitude is more positive in Novozavidovsky. Many residents here say Sagbo has proven to be an honest politician, and they accept him for who he is.
Серьезно изменил отношение людей, ему доверяют больше, чем кому-либо вот живущим в нашем населенном пункте.
Trusted member of the community.
So Sagbo took me on a tour around the community. There were mainly rustic cottages and somewhat shabby apartment buildings. Svetlana Bokova, a local businesswoman, said Sagbo is a trustworthy politician who has helped people get help for alcohol and drug addiction. She ran against Sagbo for the council position, but today she's one of his biggest supporters.
Wow.
She said his race didn't matter in the least.
Это бизнес-вечеринка. Да, какая разница? Это
What's important, said this old farmer, Svetlana's father, is that Sagbo is a good man and people can rely on him.
Пройдем по любой улице и сразу: Жан, помоги, Жан, помоги. А что? Конечно, всем помогайте. А о нем у меня только хорошие отзывы. Хорошие отзывы. Он собрал всех бедных, обездоленных детей. Ну кто из русских так делает?
That's awesome. Wow. What a blessing. That makes me feel good. That makes me feel good. First black politician elected in Russia defeated 5 people to be the mayor of his town, and they trust him. And I like what the gentleman said, his skin had nothing to do with it. And even his former political opponent says, look, we trust him. He's not just our mayor, but he's a citizen just like us. That really blessed me. If only we can get people to feel like that all around the world about other people, right? And see, this is a good, feel-good story that just lets you see, if you give a person a chance, a qualified person a chance, that's great. And they'll make the best of it. Most of the time, they will make the best of it. It's great to be a first of something, right? I've been a first of several things, thank God for that. And I've made the best of it. Because when opportunity knocks, it doesn't knock all the time. So when you get that opportunity, you do what? You make the best of it. And I'm happy for this man. Matter of fact, let's see. Here's another one on him that we can look at real quick. And it looks like it was 3 years ago.
This groundbreaking teeth cleaner is
Forgive me
disrupting
for
dental
the
industry. This brand new teeth cleaning
advertisement. I don't want to. But let's see what they say about this man.
Russia, a nation of close to 144 million people with more than over 5,000 elected positions, only one black politician in the history of the country has been elected, Jean Sagbo, a Russian who was born and brought up in Benin.
And most of the people who do not like Russia simply do not understand it. They have not taken enough time or use some other resources to try to.
This is very interesting to me.
But I love Russia.
So how did he get into politics
I love her hair.
in Russia?
I'm a politician. Even in my previous life in Benin, I was always a rebel. I took an active part in the political processes in Benin. I'm a revolutionary, in a sense.
His ties and love for the country are based on much more than his wife and children. It is also tied to the assistance offered to him at a time of need when his native Benin persecuted him.
Wow.
I completed my studies in 1984, after which I went back to Benin, my country. But upon arrival, I was arrested because of my political beliefs. And I spent a total of 3 years in detention.
Wow.
Somehow, the Russians got to know about this, and they helped in securing my release and helped me to come back to Russia. That's how I came back here.
What a
As
blessing.
the first black man to be elected as counselor in Russia, many comparisons have been drawn to Barack Obama, the first democratically elected African-American president of the United States of America. However, Jean Sagbo prefers to make the distinction clear.
The time that I was elected, people would walk up to me and call me the local Obama. At first, that was flattering. But later, I stopped perceiving that as a compliment because Obama, as the US president, behaved more like a typical US president, not as a son of Africa. During his term in office, the situation in Africa, for example, deteriorated further.
We spoke to some Russians who voted for him to find out how his performance has been.
He was very different from all other deputies that we had. It is for the first time I have ever seen such openness and outgoingness.
Nice.
You can really appreciate him at any time, call with any question, and Jean always helped and actually provided answers and was a positive and open person.
That's great.
Jean has done a lot here. He has done a lot of good things. Many people like him. But like any other person, he's got his own shortcomings also. There are people who do not like him, who consider him to be overzealous. Most people are not used to that kind of style.
Got haters everywhere, right?
With residents from this little town in Russia, it's clear to see that the first black Russian to be elected as councillor is delivering on his promises. Mukami Wambora reporting for Citizen TV in the Bidowo.
Awesome.
A very strange day is coming to America.
Well, that was interesting, right? So, he makes good on his a politician that makes good on his promises. I found it interesting that he stop liking the comparison to Obama. To each his own, right? And I understand that the relationship between U.S. and Benin deteriorated. I think that's what he alluded to. So, hey, I get it. But I'm glad this man was elected. He was given a fair shake. And people didn't. I applaud the people of his community because they look past his skin, his ethnicity, his even birth nationality, and they said, what are the issues? Can this man help us with the issues? And so that is a very mature group of people who can set aside differences and say the essence of what this man is doing, of what he's doing, can he help us? And they were right. They chose correctly. And so, man, that just really is such an awesome story. I don't know what his politics are. I mean, that's beside the point for me. The point is, the people in his community, they decided, let's just get the best person based on the issues. And he was able to basically articulate what his beliefs are as far as politics, and they liked it. That's what people ask for. They don't ask for something extra, but just give us a fair shake and be fair when you judge us, when you vote for us. Look at the issues. That's a great story. And boy, I hope that's repeated more and more. And it is repeated in some places, but for my liking, not enough. Not enough. But again, he's the one and only black politician in Russia of almost 150 million people. Okay, fine. But that's one. They didn't have any. So I applaud the Russians who voted for them. Shout out to the Russians of his village. And I'm sorry, they said the name of his village, but I'd have to listen to it again so I can really catch it and pronounce it slowly so I can, understand exactly what the name is. But that was great, and I really appreciated that. And shouldn't we all give each other a chance, right? Instead of just prematurely judging each other based on demographics, based on national origin, based on gender, right? And socioeconomic status. And so this is great. I like stuff like this. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'm going to bring you guys all different types of content, things that happen around the world, even in my country, and things that are meaningful. This isn't the type of channel where we talk a whole lot about entertainment, as you can see from the content that I bring. The only reason why I did talk about entertainment last week, because this thing with the Oscars, which I'm not going to go into tonight. And so this is a good story. If you have other videos or things you'd like me to react to or take a look at, go ahead and put it down in the comment section, and I'll do my best to look at it. Again, this has been Red with Urbanite Reflections. Thank you for stopping by. Have yourselves a wonderful, fantastic day. And no matter what you get some prayer in, because we all need it. Let's cover each other with prayer. And I'll say this before I sign out. Whether a person has a different belief than you or not, that's not a reason not to pray for them. And I'm saying this for a specific reason, because some people think they can't pray for those people because they don't believe as I do, they don't dress as I do, they don't speak as I do, they don't look as I do. So I'm only going to pray for people in my inner circle of people who have like beliefs. I don't know where that came from, because there's nowhere in the Bible I read. But we have to pray for this world, because we have a lot of crazy things going on right now, and we have to remember that prayer is essential, and we have to treat each other with respect and kindness, and basically treat each other the way we would like to be treated, right? So having said that, just remember that we're only as strong as our weakest link. So let's build each other up and be stronger and encourage, and be careful what we speak, because things that we speak out of our mouth, you let that manifest. Your mind begins to believe what you're speaking and how you're feeling. Because one thing I learned about God, and I try not to be long-winded right now, but one thing I learned about my walk of faith is God cares about how I feel, but it's not about what I feel and how I feel that keeps me on the journey. It's his word and the promises he made to never leave me or forsake me. So when I think about those things, no matter what's going on around in the periphery of my life, my focus is I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me, because whether I'm a base or whether I'm abounding, God is there for me. When I'm at an emotional low or an emotional high, God is there for me, and he's there for you. Whether I'm plateau, even Stephen, God is there for me. What does the Bible say? It says, if God is for you, who can be against you? It's that simple. No matter what you're going through. You might be going through a low right now, a dip in your trajectory of life. But guess what? You rise again. You come right back up. Just keep that mentality. No matter what's going on around you, no matter who's saying what to you, whatever is coming into your ear, don't let it affect your spirit and your heart. Because no matter what, even if everybody forsakes you, you could be that one person who can bless another person. Look at this guy we just talked about, we just looked at. He's one guy. But look who he's affecting. His entire community. His entire community. I don't know his spiritual beliefs, but apparently he also believed that he could do it. And he did it. We're no different, because God is no respecter of persons. So whatever's on your mind, whatever's on your heart, try the spirit, see if it's of God, see where that came from, because it may just be that there's an assignment for you that only you can do. So don't throw that out. Pray on that. Right? You pray on that and you see. Because the Bible says faith without what? Works is dead. So pray on it. Work on it. And trust God. Right? And don't worry about naysayers. If you never had haters in your life, and I'm not trying to preach to you tonight, but if you never had haters, how could you have become so strong? If you've never had a door closed in your face, how could you rejoice when one is opened? If you never had a window shut, how could you give all the praise like you should and be so joyous when it's opened again, right? And another thing I want to mention, since I mentioned praise, always pray and praise without ceasing. Always praise, no matter what you're going through. Like I said, a dip in the trajectory of your life, still give God his praise. Because God inhabits the praises of his people. Again, trust God and know that you can do it. I don't care if it's a spouse telling you you can't make it. You can't do it. They don't believe in you. They don't trust you. They show favor to someone else, not you. You may cry yourself to sleep at night. That's your therapy. But there's a friend who sticks closer than a brother. Right? You trust God. You trust God. And you just keep moving forward. And in Jesus' name, it'll work out. I believe that. I know that because I've been there. That's why I can speak on it with authority. Because I have that experience. And so I'm just here to tell you, don't give up. You could be that one. You could be that one that could change others around you. But if you get distracted with all the naysayers and the haters telling you cannot do something, or saying that your gift isn't good enough, whatever talents God gave you is not good enough. One thing I know, the talents you have, they're not meant to just be dormant. Right? You got to stir up those gifts. And at the appointed time, might not be your time, might be his time. At the appointed time, things will begin to manifest and things will be put in place for you. And all you have to do is walk your faith. Just walk it and do it. So anyway, didn't mean to preach to you too much tonight. But then again, maybe I did. I don't know. I just felt like I needed to encourage you and tell you to get up. Get up. See, we have legs for a reason. We have legs for a reason. I promise I'm going to stop in a minute, but I just have to tell you, we have legs for a reason. You walk, you run, you skip, you hop, you jump with those legs. But when you fall down, guess what? The same legs that you fell with are the same legs you get up on. So just because you fell, you take those same legs. Even if you fell to your knees are part of your legs. You stand up and you get right back up. And you go run and jump, skip, hop, walk and do what you have to do all over again. Just because you failed, you don't have to stay down. Staying down is a choice. That's a choice. If you stay down, you get up. You get up. You don't have to stay there. So I just wanted to tell you that and give you guys a good God bless you. Know that I'm praying for you, man. And I pray for everybody all over the world. You don't have to worry about that because I feel compelled to do that. It's in my heart to do that, so I do it. And so for those of you who stop by and watch my video and who will watch other videos on my channel, thank you for doing that. Hey, if you like what you saw, go ahead and smash that like button. Subscribe. This is a new channel. I just started it. And so you subscribe. If you like my content, great. If you don't like my content, I understand. Hey, there's more content on YouTube and everywhere else where this video may be. So choose somebody else. But just know I'm praying for you anyhow. It doesn't matter. So anyway, take care and take care of each other. This is Red with Urbanite Reflections. Have a good evening.